Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here today, and we will continue in our study of the book of Proverbs. And so, if you'd like to look there, we'll be in Proverbs chapter 2, beginning in verse 12. And what we're looking at in this chapter are the benefits of wisdom, what comes from wisdom, why we should seek wisdom. And so in verse 12, we learn verses 12 through 15. You see in the opening lines, really, the next topic when the writer says, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man. In other words, he says that knowing wisdom will protect us from the wicked, protect us from the wicked ways, from the man that speaketh froward things, who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the frowardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they froward in their paths. And so, what he's teaching us is that wisdom gives us protection from wickedness. And I think we need to understand how wisdom does that. It is not some kind of force field that just bounces off all of wickedness. But what it does is, by knowing wisdom, then we recognize wicked. We recognize those who are wicked. We recognize those who would lead us astray. Reminded of the story I read about government agents who are responsible for detecting counterfeit bills. And what they do is they study a genuine bill. They study it and know it backwards and forwards. They don't worry with trying to look at all the counterfeits. They study a genuine bill. And then when one that is fake comes in front of them, they immediately recognize the difference. And I think that's the principle here that we have in front of us, that wisdom teaches us the real deal. Wisdom teaches us right. The word froward used here is perverse, and wisdom teaches us anything that is contrary to God. It teaches us to recognize those who, verse 13, who walk in the ways of darkness. Verse 14, those who love wickedness, who love to do evil, who enjoy wickedness. Those who, again, verse 15, they are on the wrong path. It teaches us that. And that is a lesson that all of us need. I think in particular our young people need it. But not just young people. Our young people are exposed to all kinds of, I'm going to use the phrase role model, but they're certainly not role models. They're lifted celebrities, and so many more are lifted up as examples, and our kids are looking at them. But wisdom teaches them that celebrity doesn't necessarily make you right. Wealth doesn't necessarily make you right. And even adults, sometimes we get enamored by wealth, wealthy people. And so wisdom, that we pray that God would give us wisdom to be able to distinguish between wickedness and righteousness. And many times it's not always easy to tell. Sometimes there's an obvious chasm between the two, but other times it's a very fine line. between wickedness and righteousness. And we have to be able to discern and know the difference, so we know how to govern and to pursue what to pursue in our life. And so our prayer from this passage is, Lord, give me wisdom to recognize wickedness, to recognize the wicked, that I'm not deceived, that I'm not led astray by the wicked, that would pray for our young people, our children, our grandchildren, that they would be able to recognize the difference between wickedness and righteousness. You think about that today, and you have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.